What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action. Spawning on the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. It's ArmyCore. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. It's IamMagic. The map is Alfheim. And this game was played back in 2012. Back in the day, back when these players were at their peak. I mean, Magic's still playing, but it's still their peak. Magic's still like a top player, but I feel like if 2019 Magic played 2012 Magic, I feel like it would be an interesting game because 2019 Magic has better strategy, but 2012 Magic's mechanics were on point, and he's a smart guy. It's not like he got any dumber or anything like that, so this will be an interesting one, to say at the very least. These guys are both playing Random God, and ArmyCore hits Poseidon twice in a row. So that's cool. You see these elk. A bit of an unfortunate spawn with the elk. Has found some caribou over here. The deer getting pulled in. Must have lost a deer to the unfortunate. Lost a deer to the cliff there. You can see 2 deer for Magic, and ArmyCore only gets the 1 deer because it would have spawned into the cliff and been deleted. But that first game was really interesting. ArmyCore managing to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory there. So we'll see if he can fix things up here. It is against Zeus. Poseidon versus Zeus is a bit of an interesting matchup because Zeus has got such a huge early game advantage over Poseidon because of the extra 15 favor, so you can get into the centaur out a little bit better, and not only that, the centaur from patch 1.03, they could kill villagers really fast. You only need 2 spatial shots and you kill off a villager in that shot. So the strategy was build a centaur out of your temple straight away, send your 2 centaur forward, and by the time they get to your opponent, you've got Sylvan Lore, or you picked a villager off and you run away, you get Sylvan Lore, and then get around the map nice and quick smart. So we'll see what ArmyCore can do to defend against that in this matchup here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some early walls coming up. It's a nice defensible map. Chuck up a wall here, chuck up a wall here, wall here, wall here. Grab this town center, and then you're going to be in a pretty good position to hold against that that centaur aggression, and go from there. So Magic might see this map and be like, maybe I shouldn't go centaur, and maybe it'll be a bit more of a balanced situation here. So we will see what happens. Relics on the map. We've got Eye of Ormlu. Bit of a non-event for this matchup. We won't be seeing any past best. Flagstone of Buhan. This one would be great to pick up, but it's going to be too late for ArmyCore to pick it up if he wants to go for that walling strategy. And we have the Tusk of the Iron Boar. This one is a huge relic. Very, very good for the Poseidon player, because it's going to allow him to compete a little bit better with the centaur, because they're not going to be able to pick off the Hippocon so fast. And not only that, Hippocon have such high pierce armor that the extra 10% cavalry HP bonus that they get is worth more than you think, which is why Tusk of the Iron Boar is so good. It really makes the archers much weaker against them. It doesn't make, like, if you're still going if you're making your own cavalry or a hoplite, then it's less of an issue. Obviously, the hoplite probably more so, but it's less of an issue because they have low hack armor. They have 10% or something like that. And here we go. Already grabbing things, doing stuff. Build order for Magic's a bit funny. Villagers not placed correctly, which makes me sad. And the food situation for Magic is a little bit grim here. Hermes is coming through. Wouldn't be surprised to see all these villagers get pulled off onto wood, onto favor here as well. Villagers walking around the wrong side here. They're going to be a little bit inefficient. Maybe they might walk through here. Not sure. And we are seeing Hermes for ArmyCore. ArmyCore's actually quite a bit earlier than Magic, and that's probably because of his lure. He has helped him out quite a bit. We were just moving forward off that gold mine. Maybe, how much does he have? He's got 400 gold, so maybe enough to grab a town center as well. So him do an immediate town center. Villagers move forward. Are they going for this town center? He does have a ceasefire, so grabbing this forward town center would be super interesting. He should be able to just build it up and then ceasefire, but there's really nothing in the middle of the map for him to be sending this to. To the wood maybe, to the gold maybe. He's going for this town center. This is ballsy. And Magic's going to hit the... he pulls the villagers off. Going to dump them, pull them off, try and prevent this, force a ceasefire. Centaur going to come off out straight away. Centaur moving forward for ArmyCore. That's going to get insta-bolted, I think. Ceasefire comes down for ArmyCore, and this settlement will get up. So this is going to be wild to say the very least. What is the reaction here for Magic? What does he do in response to this? He's not prepared. Well, he is prepared to get a second town center, so he's going for it. He's got some idle town center time here. A lot of villagers, 8 villagers pulled off here. Might have to pull some villagers off wood and throw them onto food just to keep that the villager train time going up. A big wall now coming up for ArmyCore, still leaving that flagstone of Boohan down there. It's such a good relic. When you think about it, look, there's so many walls here. 7, 9, 11, 13. Some of these cost 15 gold as well. So the amount of gold you're spending here, take 25% off that and you've got a lot of gold left over. You do see the town center now coming up for Magic. So ArmyCore forcing the issue a bit here. He's actually managed to stop some sort of centaur play here from Magic. So nice play from ArmyCore, able to just take the game into his own hands. But he is down a ceasefire now. So that'll be interesting. And there is a little bit of a gap over here that he has to deal with. Just trying to wall off the entirety of the map. He's bashing away at the Catastropus, who's just chilling, running around in a circle here. And not only that, but ArmyCore's got a lot of food left over. Magic, on the other hand, cows. Still got cows. Just gonna be a bit of a boom war. But Magic is cut off from the town center here, and there's 2 deer over here that he didn't grab. I have all captured for ArmyCore, but like I said, we're probably not going to be seeing any Hephaestus this game. Maybe late game against the Myrmidon. Probably don't build Myrmidon against Greek because they don't get their bonus damage against the Greek player. Tusk of the Iron Boar captured for ArmyCore, so he's going to have some strong cavalry when he decides to do it. One villager was picked off there, so nice play from Magic. Missed that one. We'll see what happens. Archers coming in, 2 archery ranges. Actually quite smart going for those Toxotes here, because there's not a lot of threat from food-based units. Magic's being really smart as well, not making any military here. You have to really understand the game to realize that you don't have to build military in this situation. But ArmyCore is just going to be ahead on the economy, or at least should be. He has to be careful because he does have to transition into farms as well. So making too many archery ranges here may actually hinder him a bit. We see some units moving forward onto the top side of the map. He's going to eat these caribou. And if you check out ArmyCore's wood situation, he does only have 3 villagers gathering from wood at this point. 1 villagers off, moving them. Oh, the centaur comes in. There's no heroes over here. Has reacted with his own centaur and the Hippolyta. Need to kill this centaur off. Gonna be a bit of a nuisance. Doesn't really have to worry too much about gold with this situation. Like we said, Magic's just happily booming here. Doesn't need to do anything. Maybe just a semi-fast Mythic here from Magic with an Underworld, going through Apollo, Hephaestus. Attack this back town center here or this town center and get the 3 town centers for yourself. There's no ceasefire for ArmyCore to have to deal with, so that'll be a big option there for him. Theseus chasing the centaur around. Surprised to see ArmyCore not just send his own centaur back to match this one. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Armory coming up for Magic, so he is going to be going for the semi-fast heroic at the very least. Apollo may be enough to just grab the town center himself with his own ceasefire. Doesn't have to wait for Hephaestus with the Colossus and what have you. And the centaur getting a shot. But he's going to run straight into Hippolyta, into the center, and he will be falling there. Nice little pick off for ArmyCore. We see some archery ranges getting thrown down for Magic now, who's getting real close to that next stage. Almost out of Cal though. Lots of villages on wood, enough to slowly put the farms up, but it'll definitely be a slow process. Military Academy up for Magic as well. Not sure about the Military Academy, to be honest, at this point, unless he's going for the Apollo attack, which makes sense. So, fair enough. Just the casual wait for something to happen game. Nice and exciting. ArmyCore at full supply, or just forgetting houses? Forgetting houses, a classic. Armory up. And ArmyCore's actually going to get to the heroic age before Magic, because Magic, I didn't think about it, but Magic doesn't actually have access to these berries here. There's Toxotes here. Town center. Does ArmyCore see this? No, he doesn't have line of sight over the berries, but if he had Toxotes here, he'd be able to see that, so fair enough. And we do see Apollo's incoming, 65%, and ArmyCore is just advancing through Aphrodite. So Aphrodite the counter to the Apollo attack here. Is there going to be units getting built here for Magic is the question. And there are one military academy of Hoplite getting built out at this point. Well, Magic's got so much gold back here. We didn't spot this in the early game, but 2 large gold mines. This is an Egyptian player's wet dream, but this is Zeus, not Egyptian. So we'll see what happens here. See if there's going to be a Pegasus built. There is a Catastropus in the back over here. ArmyCore doesn't spot it. It's sitting just out of line of sight. So this is going to be the spot for Magic to be underworlding to. And he does go for it. Villager's going to pile in through here. The Suspensory Tower will be spotting this one right away, as we see he does spot it. And the army making the move in right now. Aphrodite comes in. Magic really slow on the move here. The village is just popping in. Probably could have even got the town center up before the army gets in, but he will have to build. He will have to use a ceasefire here, it looks like. And the village is moving forward for some reason. Trying to kill off the sentry tower. Curse does get used though. So is this just like a gigantic fake? And we get the town center going up. Fortress coming down for ArmyCore right now. More units piling into the village. This is such a question mark right now. I'm like, why was that so slow? Why was it done so early as well? I'm so confused. But I guess this does cut off quite a few gold mines for ArmyCore. ArmyCore is going to be able to grab this town center, no problem. Fortress is going to get delayed, so that's not going to be able to go up. But now there's no ceasefire left. And Magic's going to have, or ArmyCore's going to have his own watchtower to put up there. Flagstone of Bilhane grabbed for ArmyCore now, but a bit late. 25% negative cost of walls isn't going to matter too much anymore. Heracles is here to tank, but this is like a hoplite army against a full Toxotes army. Down center is up, more units piling into this this underworld. What you have to do is set up the rally point here and then set a rally point for your underworld passage to make sure that everything's in the right spot. ArmyCore probably could have just gone straight to the Mythic Age himself here through Artemis and then just Earthquake this. And then he just straight wins. But not opting for that, opting for the Fortress instead. We're picking off some Toxotes here. Pelta's trying to micro, but you can see Peltas are such a... They look like... On paper, they beat the Toxotes, but the Toxotes have more range, right? And quite a bit... Actually, they don't have more range. I tell a lie. I tell a lie. I guess fighting under the town center fire will do it. And the units running away right now, trying to get them all in there. Magic now pumping out villagers left, right, and center. House coming up for Magic is a little bit supply blocked as he's trying to pump out those units. Dropping away at this location here, getting the wood income. There's all this wood back here. He needs to drop his own fortress. If he doesn't have a Petropolis out by the time ArmyCore has a Petropolis out, it's going to be a big deal. But ArmyCore does not have... Hasn't even tried to build it. And you could do the Matrius wall here where you build a wall out and box this in on top of the fortress. One wall here, and another wall, and then a Petropolis in here will take this town center down. No problem. Now Magic moving back onto this back forest here. Hoplite searching around. Magic does like to do these town center raids, but without medium Hoplite, only 10 Hoplite here, probably not enough. We're going to kill some villagers though as they get pushed off the gold mine into the town center. Peltas for some reason chilling here. Looks like the rally point was set a little bit poorly there. Now the fortress coming up for Magic. And it's looking like ArmyCore at this point still not building the Metropolis. There it is. Still no wall though, so it's going to be easily enough picked off with just a Heracles or something like that running in and swinging it at it a few times. Beyond that, if Magic can get to the Mythic Age, it will be a good time for him. That's for sure. Fortress now coming up. Villagers are running away. Petropolis shooting away at the town center. And the Heracles is going to come in, but there are a lot of Toxotes here. And while Heracles does have quite a bit of pierce armor, 40%, he will get picked off really quickly. And now Magic probably going to lose this, trying to throw up the walls for himself, but maybe a bit slow. He could use the Petropolis to pick off the enemy Petropolis. I kind of wish the Magic was making Toxotes here, not Peltas, because then the Toxotes could like help pick off this Nemean line. Petropolis coming in here, going to be focusing down the fortress. A second Petropolis is up. Magic not repairing this at this point in the game, and this is just looking really good for ArmyCore right now. Magic with not a lot of population, ArmyCore also not a lot of population, but both with lots of resources in the bank. And now we've got the villagers trying to throw up their own walls. The army moving in for Magic and try and surround these Petropolis, going for the Petropolis in the back. Jason getting picked off. Toxotes picking off the Heracles as well. And the Hoplite going down there. But two Petropolis trying to pick off the fortress here. Only 5 villagers getting this town center up. The Toxotes are going to be falling fairly fast as well if the Peltas ever throw their javelin at them. But not going to be happening just yet. And now we see so many Petropolis out for ArmyCore taking down the fortress of Magic. And if he gets this town center, it's just GG for him. Now picking off the fortress is actually just as much of a blessing as it is a curse. Yes, you've slowed down the Petropoli production, but you've just given ArmyCore basically 5 Hoplite to deal with him. He's got no Toxotes here to deal with these militia here. As you can see, the Hoplite are 8 damage, the militia only 7. But they have more than 100 HP as well, and they have a touch less hack armor, but they're so strong, given that they cost nothing. And now, not only that, but the underworld passage going to be getting targeted down. The villagers repairing it though, the insane repair speed coming in clutch so far for Magic. This has been nerfed in the 4.0, this is a 1.03 exclusive we're witnessing here. These villagers just repair this so quickly, and you basically have to kill off every single one of the villagers to stop the underworld if the enemy has got enough of these villagers here. So it's going to allow Magic to hold on to this position a little bit longer, which does also give credence to the idea that ArmyCore should have just gone straight to the Heroic Age, to the Mythic Age, to Artemis to Earthquake this location here, because that would insta-kill the underworld passage. Now ArmyCore still. And what is ArmyCore doing? He's got 3,000 gold. Does he have a market? He doesn't even have a market up. He's got 3,000 gold in the bank. Picking off the Nemean line though. Magic going to go back onto this town center. He will be able to get this one back up. He has a lot of villagers left here. Now we've got the Paspis coming out. That's got to be a mistake. Surely you don't build Paspis here. They've only got 10% pierce armor, even though you're fighting against Peltas, who only deal 3.3 damage a second. No pierce armor means it's a lot more damage than you think it is. Now the town center about to come back up for Magic, who's still building these Peltas. Maybe Magic's trolling here. And ArmyCore, 4,000 gold in the bank. No market, random idle Nemean lion here. Magic looking for someone to do with these Peltas. Now he's got his town center back up. Fortified town center as well. Market coming up for Magic, who's probably looking to get to the next age. Getting some nice raids in as well. Nemean lion is going to be able to crush this army here. This is all going to bunch up. Pick off the Nemean lion. Nemean lions that will almost picking off like half of the that's half the damage of these Peltas HP or something crazy. The Petropoli back onto it again. But as they're taking down the town center, the hoplite come in to clean them up, and there's no fortress here for ArmyCore, who's losing all of these units to their heavy peltast. Nemean Lion does his roar again and almost doesn't pick up anything, but does a lot of damage there. And now Magic. Well, he's still hanging on. Jason gonna be picking off the Nemean Lion. The Toxotes chilling here, picking off that wooden wall that was trying to get built up there. You got to move the Polar to forward to tank the damage, which is currently what's kind of happening now. So these peltasts do nothing to her. They don't get their bonus against archers when it's a hero, but Magic's now chilling over here. I don't think he realizes how much gold that ArmyCore has in this game. And ArmyCore does have his market up, so now he can buy his way to the next age, get that Artemis, earthquake this location, but I think you got to worry about Magic getting masons and throwing up a bunch of buildings here to prevent the earthquake from happening. Now we've got the Petropolis coming back in. Wall's coming down for Magic. He just needs to throw up a wall that comes kind of like this. Follow the cursor, and then you can just take this town center down, this home town center down. ArmyCore is losing his grip in this game. Watch yourself. Sentry Tower is now coming up for Magic. Wants to hold on to this. This army from Magic kind of needs to come back over and help defend. I can't believe there's no Odysseus out as well when the Nemean Lions are just doing so much work. It's just annoying me currently that there's still peltasts being built in this game. It's looking like ArmyCore searching for gold mines, but not ArmyCore. Magic is searching for gold mines, but I think he just doesn't realize how much gold that ArmyCore's got in his bank. We're trying to pick off some of these heroes with the Toxotes. No garrison micro though. If you garrison the heroes into the town center, the Toxotes will immediately start targeting the town center or the fortress or the underworld, and you just pop back out, pick off the Nemean Lions, and good to go. But pushing the villagers off that location there. Peltas raid coming in. I mean, they're going to be able to kill off a villager, but they're so slow. Look at them. 4.0 speed. Artemis comes through for ArmyCore. We'll see if this earthquake's going to do anything here. They're moving in. Picks off the fortress, picks off the underworld, picks off the town center. Huge for ArmyCore right now. And the army for Magic is way out of position. Fortress coming up. That's going to be a Heliopolis coming through as well. Villages are here, but there's nothing else for the reinforcements, even if he gets the town center back up. It's absolutely gigantic. So now we have to see, can Magic... Basically, Magic now, his only option right in this game to win is going to be Mythic Age through Hephaestus and getting and then killing this town center off with a wall, which is going to be going for is build the fortress up, get a wall here, and then start sieging this while ArmyCore is going for this town center. But immediately, ArmyCore is like, okay, I just need to move forward, defend this position, and I'm good to go. So what he needs to do, he needs to set up a fortress at this front here. And we'll see. The other option, I guess, for Magic is Hera and get a lightning storm onto this this army here. Oh, and this army is all going to get completely minced by this Chimera who comes in, and we see that damage. Absolutely huge as the Peltasts start proceeding to overkilling the Toxotes here. One part of the thing you need to realize with Peltast is that they're such that, like Terma, they have really low DPS, but their attacks deal insane amounts of damage. So what happens in the end of the day, if you target down one Toxotes with like 15 Peltas, you end up dealing like 3 Toxotes worth of damage in that one attack. So you overkill it and you actually lose a gigantic amount of DPS on already low DPS units. So you have to be sure to split those up into like groups of 5 or something like that. And there is the Hephaestus for Magic, who's throwing down 3 armories. The Colossus coming forward, and these are 1.03 Forge of Olympus. We checked that out. That's negative 75% armory upgrade cost, which basically means you only have to pay like a total of like 1,500 resources to get out your upgrades. We're bashing down the wooden wall now for ArmyCore. He's going to lose this one. And then the Colossus is going to start moving in and taking down the town center. Poseidon doesn't have a real good response against this. If these are all Toxotes, which they're starting to become, you can use the archers to take down the heroes really quickly, and this Colossus just tanks for so long. Not only that, but these Chimera can get picked off really quickly against the Bellerophon, right? Who is a beast of a unit in of itself. So we'll see if ArmyCore can hold this position or not. He doesn't have Masons, he doesn't have anything else. The Chimera are going to town on these archers who should be picking off the heroes right now. So a bit of miss-micro there from Magic, who loses that Colossus without doing that much damage. Now the Petropolis getting out of position as well. And ArmyCore has got his Heliopoli in here. Going to be positioning them right in front of the Toxotes. So they're going to be taking all the damage. Not only that, the Chimera also taking the damage. Going to come in and try and utilize their special ability onto these units here, but there we go, he does use it, and yet again picks off a bunch, or picks off only 4 of those units there, but there's so many low HP archers there, and the Heliopoli can be taking down this fortress right now. ArmyCore sitting at 142 population, not able to really pump those units out like you would want, which is going to give Magic a little bit of a chance to take this town center down. But a couple of villages here repairing, only 2, but we'll see if that matters. Another Colossus is coming out. There's no heroes out currently for ArmyCore, so this Colossus may be able to do a little bit of damage to the town center, but Bolphemus is going to be coming out, going to be able to whack that Colossus away from the town center and give him a little bit of time to play with them. And we are seeing more Petropoli coming out, but the Heliopoli will be taking down this town, this fortress fairly soon, which is going to give ArmyCore give him an opportunity to hold this town center, a really big opportunity. Now Bolphemus comes out, whacks that Colossus away, does a big chunk of that HP, and now he's going to be chasing the Colossus, who's going to walk around, and you have to kind of micro the Bolphemus to stick onto the Colossus here. But does give himself a little bit of time to repair that town center as ArmyCore continuing to push in. We try and take down the watchtower. Jason coming out of the town center. Colossus coming in. No heroes on this yet again, so it's going to take a little bit more damage. But with the Chimera, pulling the Chimera off, a bit of a mistake. I was going to say with the Chimera, it does extra 200% damage versus Myth units. With already 20% DPS with the Chimera, you can expect 60 damage per second onto those Colossus, which is nothing to be sneezed at. And now ArmyCore pushing in, taking a lot of these units down. Temple does fall. For Magic, as ArmyCore is putting the final blow as ArmyCore puts the final blow into Magic's base. It's looking like more things popping out for ArmyCore. He's going to be seeing a full population to Magic, who's only seeing an 88 population. Market's still getting picked off by the town center. And now all we do see is fully upgraded units, not fully upgraded, but almost fully upgraded units here for Magic compared to the no armor ArmyCore. Insanity. And now the armory getting pulled down. You gotta just click on the town center at this point. You got so many units here. I mean, you don't have to send everything in there, but just get some more siege, get engineers, and take this town center down. Force the Zeus onto 120 population. That's what you need to do. Get those Toxotes to pick off all those melee units. Make sure they're picking them off. Nice micro, pulling them back. Villagers coming in. Pick off all those units, and you win the game, ArmyCore. You don't have to do it too fast though. Now the Heliopoli are taking down the town center. There's enough villagers here to make it a bit of an affair. As Magic is just holding on for dear life here. Both of them is taking a lot of damage. Toxotes of ArmyCore doing a lot of damage themselves. Starting to get those armory upgrades out really slowly. He's probably only got 1 armory though. Probably has a lot of resources in the bank as well. Actually, he doesn't. He's got no gold mines for some reason. There's a nice Magic fortress here. And there's gold mines everywhere for him over this side of the map, so not going to be that much of an issue. Seeing the Chimera getting pulled back. Now the Heliopoli taking down the archery range here. build a Petropoli, man. Build some Petropoli. Heliopoli. A bit slow. Don't really get the job done. Seeing an archery range coming down yet again, and Magic does decide in this moment, sitting at 59 population, to tap out. GG, well played by ArmyCore. Looked like Magic had a real good chance here to win. Then the Earthquake comes in and just picks everything up. When you do these underworld plays, you kind of need to spam military buildings in here, just in case they die, because you don't want to be relying on the underworld to reinforce this location when it's so key in your victory. If feel like if ArmyCore's Earthquake picked off the town center of the underworld and the fortress, and there was like 5 archery ranges back here, then Magic probably could have just kept spamming units in here and built the town center back up himself. Especially if their fortress was a little bit back as well, like 1 fortress here, 1 fortress back here. But obviously did not have the resources in the end of the day, and ArmyCore manages to take this game number 2. We've got one more game in this series. It was best of 3, it turns out. We'll see who wins that one. Thank you guys for watching so far. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll get the next game.